Cheers everybody, welcome back to another poll video. Now the question I put out this week was, do you still use your Guinness Nitrosurge? One of these, do you still use it? Now this is my Guinness Nitrosurge. I'll show you, there it is, there's the box, there it is in all its glory. There's all the other bits and bobs underneath. Do I still use a Guinness Nitrosurge? Well, I'll tell you at the end of the video and tell you my thoughts on it. So anybody who doesn't know what Guinness Nitrosurge is, that is what it is. It's a device Guinness brought out to replicate a draft poured Guinness, basically. And they even brought out their own cans for it as well. I did a video over a year ago about it, and it was a terrible video because I wasn't using it right, but I still put it up. Go watch it now if you want. But I didn't follow the instructions like I normally do with anything. I don't follow the instructions, so it was a bit of a shit video. Anyway, so I'll read you my. It says, apologies for lack of beer reviews at the moment, but the question for my next poll video is, do you still use a Guinness Nitrosurge? We got a result on the poll, and we've got some comments which I'm going to go through. So this is more or less like a sister video to the beer machine video, because at the end of the day, I suppose that falls into the beer machine category in a way. Beer gimmicky thing. So the first comment we got was from the Retail guy. Cheers, mate. He says, I truly believe the Nitrosurge is a marketing gimmick to sell more Guinness. I drink Guinness on occasion, but didn't fall for their beer accessory. I think he's hit the nail on the head before any of the other comments. Is this a gimmick from Guinness? Yes. Do I think it's a way they're trying to push Guinness forward in terms of sales? Yes, I do as well. They know there is a plethora of Guinness geeks out there who will buy anything with the name on. Even going into a antique shop, they will see stuff with Guinness written on it and they will buy it. And the antique shops know that as well, the Pelican and everything. And so, yeah, I think he summed that up. King Paul says, no, because I haven't got one. Fair enough, mate. Melam168 says, I don't use mine anymore at home after getting the physics, as that's just better in every way. That said, if you don't have the physics, which is another machine, or won't pay out for one, the Nitrosurge will do a better pint of Guinness compared to the draft, which it can. I have to say, for me, that's open for debate regarding that. It harks back to the previous poll where the beer machines are a waste of money, really. Some see taste no difference. Some can justify the extra cost of buying the device at a slightly higher price for the Nitrosurge. So he summed it up there in a way in his last sentence. It's down to the individual whether or not you feel as though you're satisfied with the outlay you've made on that Nitrosurge unit, whether or not it makes a difference to your overall drinking experience of a Guinness. So yeah, good comment on that. Cheers, mate. He says, Andy K at 3412, never bought one. Too expensive, just a passing phase, I suspect. See, all the intelligent people all the intelligent people haven't bought one. Have you noticed that? It's a stupid gullible beer geeks like me who buy them. Irish Guy Drinks. Now he should be well qualified. He's Irish Guy Drinks. Only when the cans are on offer. Of course, the Nitrosurge cans, was it £8 for 4, wasn't it, at one point? I don't know if they still are. Yeah. Paul Davis. He says, nearly got caught up in the hype, especially when it was on offer. Then saw he had to pay more for the cans than the regular G, so gave it a miss. Like people were saying, better stouts out there for similar price. There's a Wensleydale stout up there, which is a killer of a stout. Benny 1161 says, I had the old Surger unit. I sold it on eBay last year for a stupid amount of money and paid 20 quid for it about 8 years ago. Guinness is trendy at the moment. That's a good point. Guinness is trendy. I suppose it is at the moment. You know, when you go on social media regarding Guinness, there's a lot of, you know, videos about Guinness. There's a lot of, I've done a lot of videos about Guinness, but there's actual channel dedicated to Guinness geeks, I suppose. So I suppose it is their way of being relevant, I suppose, and bringing their beer into, you know, up to date in everyday, you know, drinking now, I suppose. The drinking culture now, obviously, Guinness back in the day was enjoyed by old men. I always thought it was an old man's drink, but now they're trying to modernise the approach, I suppose. Chris's beer reviews. Hello, mate. How are you doing? He says, "Yep, still use mine and have it I've had it for 2 years." I know Chris. I think he's used it in his videos as well. Go and check his channel out. The Hopper review says, "No, bought one. Just see what the fuss was about. Guinness still tastes shit though." That's the thing. You know, I could take that comment as a bit crass, but he says Guinness still tastes like shit. When you go to, I'm going to mention the Wensleydale Nitro again. When you go to a smaller brewery, they can do a lot better version. 9 times out of 10, their version of a Guinness is a lot better. Slurpy Dave, cheers, mate. I won't touch the Carling of Stouts in the first place. Carling of Stouts has a new one on me. Simon the Chimp, I love your name, mate. Simon the Chimp. Don't really drink Guinness. There are much better beers to be had. Yes, there is. Ale Digestation, Christoph. Hello, mate. How are you doing? I never was keen on this device. Too pricey for the effect. And last but not least, the king of the beer gadgets, Baz at all the beer no idea, he says he hasn't got one. Which is absolutely bizarre, considering how many gadgets the man has. He hasn't got one. So cheers for that. So I'll give you the poll result in a minute. What do I think of the Guinness Nitrosurge? Some people say, yeah, it's a good device. You know, if you're a proper Guinness drinker, if you're a brand loyal UK Guinness drinker who love Guinness, you drink Guinness all the time, I say you will love that. You say that, yeah, it does enhance the flavours and the whole experience of a Guinness, because I think when people drink Guinness, they look for the certain characteristics that they love about a Guinness, the big, creamy pour. And I have to say, it is an iconic beer. You know, it's the most iconic beer in the world, Guinness. You know, you look at a beer and people say that's a Guinness, definitely. So from that point of view, I can see the attraction of the Nitrosurge. Yes, people go for it, and to a degree, I think it would do what they want for them. At the end of the day, it's the draft pour experience this device is offering. Is it enhancing the flavour? My eyes, it won't enhance the flavour. Guinness is a Guinness. It all depends on the temperature it's stored at in the first place. It all depends, obviously, circumstances they're pouring a Guinness. So, do I think this is a waste of money? Well, I'll give you the poll results. The poll. Do you still use a Guinness Nitrosurge? Yes, say 25%. No, says 75%. It's quite divisive. Me, personally, do I use my Nitrosurge? No, I don't. When I bought this, did I think I would use it all the time? No, I didn't. I bought this because I'll be honest with you, I bought this because I wanted to make a fucking video out of it. Will I ever get rid of this? I'll tell you, no, I won't get rid of this, because I think that is a device which I will keep because it's part of, you know, the beer culture and history in this country, the UK as a whole, Ireland as well. Well, obviously Ireland, but it's part of, you know, this was the first device really available from a brewery in a supermarket. And whether it works or not is divisive enough. That poll result is basically on individuals. If you're a Guinness drinker and you think that device works for you, then it gets a thumbs up. For me, I think it's something which I was kind of like inquisitive about. I picked it up, I've tried it, and I will keep it. And I may bring it out again one day. But for me, it's a divisive thing. And I think if you enjoy, if you enjoy it, then good for you. And if you don't enjoy it, then good for you. It's all down to the individual, what people can get out of a pint of Guinness, because I think that's what beer is. That's what beer is all about. It's all about the individual. It's all about what you can get out of a pint of beer. One man's marmite is another man's trifle. And I think I could say the same for that. So if it works for you, yeah. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Simple as. So that's my assumption of the Guinness Nitrosurge. Will that go back in there and collect dust for me? Most probably. Thanks again for watching this poll review video. I will put another poll up next week. Really enjoy them. It's part of this channel's 10 years celebrations, these polls. I thought it'd be a good thing to do. And it teaches me a lot about the people who watch me as well. Cheers, everyone. Bib bib.